live here with Bayut. Find real and authentic properties using TrueCheck. Download the app or visit Bayut.com.
It's time for us to have our regular look at all things homes, all things real estate, all things property with the team from Bayut. Fibha Ahmed is the Director of Sales for Dubizzle and Bayut. She's been kind enough to join us live in studio this morning. Good morning to you, Fibha.
Good morning, Tom.
Great to have you with us here. And you come with data. You came armed with data because the Q3 market report by Bayut is out as well. Would it be fair to say that things are still looking pretty rosy at the moment in the real estate market?
Well, everything real estate is what we looked at in our Q3 report, and specifically in Dubai, when we talk about the trends that we've observed. I've heard a lot of shows. You've had a lot of guests over the last couple of months talking about how summer slowdown, which normally happens, did not happen. So we're going to look at months of July, August, and September. Real estate continued to surprise us with lots of activity in the months of July and August, which people think are going to be relatively low in terms of activity, but there were no surprises there. Like the rest of the year, things were very, very busy and hot. And they continue to do so in the month of September. Overall, if you compare the stats and numbers for this year versus last year, we've seen about 23% increase in transactions in this quarter as compared to last year, and about 40% increase in sales volume. You have your usual areas which have been making headlines. The very famous Dubai Marina for luxury living, the JVC for the smart ones who want to really make their money work for them. But the trends are pretty much the same. People are buying, people are looking to upgrade, people are not shying away from renting, more so renewing their rental leases because of the hikes in the new rates of apartment that you get in an area where you've been living before. So people are not really looking to shift per se, but to renew. But activity has been going strong.
I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Because, I mean, this is your Q3 report. We have spoken to you about the previous two reports in 2023, all showing an upward curve at the moment, continuing to grow. What we're doing now, though, is we're talking about the boom over the course of the last 18 months. Ordinarily, you talk about sort of year on year, but such is the significance of the boom here in real estate that we're comparing to the last year and a half now, potentially 2 years. And it is extraordinary that we're still seeing that continual growth, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. Over the course of the last few months, we've seen some shifts, some trends, which has been making headlines. People are looking to become homeowners, which has really seen good numbers in terms of price appreciation for the mid to affordable segment. People who've been living here and renting are looking to buy, which has shown us that areas like JVC, areas like Dubai South have seen some very good numbers in terms of transactions and, of course, price appreciation. You have your other segment, which is your prime super luxury segment. Just the other day, I was reading a report which said that now Dubai has left London, Hong Kong, New York in terms of the sales of homes, which are above 10 million USD mark. We've done the most number of house sales in this year so far. So every segment is moving in the right direction, is moving towards more activity, be it your mid to affordable segment for people who want to buy to live, for those who want a holiday home or a super luxury address into the kitty of properties that they own, or people who are looking to buy offline properties and get rental yields if they don't sell the property at delivery. So there is something for everybody, and each segment is looking to progress further. We're well over set to surpass the number of transactions that we saw last year, not only in volume but also in value.
So look at the specific sort of sectors within the industry as well. So sales prices fairly stable, or are you seeing sort of significant increase in sales prices?
That's interesting. The numbers that we were seeing of 20, 30, 40% increases have kind of stabilized a bit over the last couple of months. You do see your affordable and mid-segment going strong, claiming about 10 to 15% increases. In your luxury segment, of course, Palm Jumeirah continues to see price highs of 14.5% of 15%, whereas in the luxury villa communities like your Dubai Hills, your Tamak Hills, your ranches, we've seen some moderate increases of single digit in terms of prices. Rentals also are following into the same pattern. Your luxury villas are kind of seeing stabilization of the rental prices. Whatever you saw like a month or 2 months ago listed at a price, I mean, if the property is still available, you would not see a big increase, or a similar property would not be listed with a very high price increase. Again, it kind of hints at the fact that people are renewing their leases, so probably the new listings with a very high premium are not really moving that fast. So the good news is, for those who've been observing the market over the last few quarters, you would see pretty much similar prices in the areas, but there are certain pockets like your Sports City, your JVC, your Furjan has come up as a very interesting area where I've seen double-digit growth in prices for your townhouses, for your 1 to 2 bed apartments. Dubai South is another area that I would say keep an eye out for. Just recently, we've seen 2 new launches, I think in the last couple of days. So, of course, these areas are going to continue to see decent increase, but the areas that were making headlines, which are the established areas, have now started to kind of show stability in their prices.
Yeah, so the data showing that sales price is fairly stable, rental prices modest at the moment. Correct. As well, in terms of the sort of increases. Just want to pick up there on the Dubai South thing, because there is this sort of growing trend of things moving south at the moment, going south, to be it the Dubai South area, the expo areas that are happening, etc. That is a trend that is being backed up now. People are being... I don't want to use the... I was going to say people are being forced to look further afield. Now, that sounds sort of fairly negative, but the options are open to people to buy away from the more traditional sort of centres of property here.
Absolutely. I mean, we've been talking about how busy the roads are here over the last month, I would say, as soon as the schools came back in September. And when you look at the state of that, you really want to live in a serene and a tranquil community. And Dubai South is promising all of that. Green spaces, a more laid-back lifestyle. And, of course, these are newer developments. If you look at the Springs, which has been going steady in terms of price appreciation, now that area is, 10 years, 20 years on the market, but also is very busy. So if you're going to be looking for your new home where you want to live for another 10, 15 years, people don't mind going outside of the regular prime of the settled areas and go for newer developments, which come with green spaces, which comes with promise of connectivity. And of course, it's going to be your business hub. It's going to be your events and attractions hub. So definitely there is interest. And as you mentioned, going south is not really going south. When we talk about Dubai South or the Expo City area, I think things are looking up for that area because people want new communities, people want green communities, more space, amenities and access to all new facilities.
30 seconds remaining with you. So obviously Q3 data available from Bayut. Do check that out online. But Q4 looking good?
At this point in time, we've seen that launches are continuing to come to the market. Every day I open my phone or I look at the news, there is a new launch in some areas. So yes, we're well settled and very well on track in terms of closing the month and the year in terms of higher numbers of transactions, values. And I believe in Q4, you and I will be sitting here and having a similar conversation.
Looking forward to that. You will be back, that's for sure. Fibha Ahmed, Director of Sales to Bizzle and Bayut. Thanks so much indeed for your time this morning. Great to see you.
Thank you, Tom.
Big thanks to Fibha for joining us live here.